Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Alright fellas, let's talk about something that too many guys overcomplicate, how real men should approach women. I'm tired of seeing dudes freeze up, overthink, or act like they're auditioning for some dating reality show. Real men don't play games, they don't fake it, and they definitely don't come across as desperate. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into it.
You say slow down. I don't like to move too fast.
Off as a guy who won't be a man and pull a move. Like, don't act weird like you like me, like there's something there, but just be weird. Just say weird things. And it's obviously awkward tension because you think I'm cute. And here's the deal, bro. I think you're kind of cute too. So could you please just tell me? Can we please get married? I'm ready. I've been waiting patiently. I've been manifesting. So I'm actually ready for you to pull the move. Hurry up.
A girl is not going to approach you at the bar. I'm sorry.
No.
That just completely changes the narrative, because if I'm approaching you now, I wear the pants. Like, I'm just going to feel like I'm the one that started this.
I care more.
In those relationships,
Don't
never work.
He has to love you more. He has to like you
has
more.
to.
He has to care about you more. When women approach these men, I feel like the conversation is just flat.
Because they're thrown off.
Yeah, sometimes they're just kind of silent. You also add to the conversation.
Yeah.
I can only do so much like attempting.
It puts them in like their feminine energy.
I'm just kind of like icked out by you now. And then you just stand there. He's no longer attractive because I did the work.
Hey, excuse me? I was just walking the beach right here and I noticed how beautiful you were, so I just had to stop and let you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's your name?
Casey.
Casey? Are you from around here?
I actually live in Phoenix right now.
Phoenix, just visiting for the weekend?
Yeah, close by.
Well, I'd love to text you sometime. I come to Phoenix often, get to know you better.
I appreciate the offer. I have a boyfriend though.
Okay.
But thank you, and I think it's awesome that you approached me. So don't stop doing that.
Thank you. I'm actually doing a TikTok thing. My glasses are filming. Could I use this to encourage other men to approach women?
Yeah, of course.
I appreciate
in a
that.
kind, respectful way. Love it.
I'm going to tell you a story of an extremely confident man. So I'm having dinner with my friend and her husband in Miami when this guy comes up out of nowhere, introduces himself to my friends first, and then politely but boldly lets me know that he thinks I'm gorgeous and a goddess. Now, this approach is not for the faint of heart. You have to be pretty confident to pull off a compliment like that and still look very smooth. But it worked for him, and I'll tell you why. 2 reasons. Number 1, he did not hesitate. I say this because we'd only been in the restaurant for about 5 minutes before he came up to me, which means that immediately when he saw me, he made a choice, and he acted on that choice very quickly. And number 2, he was excellent at reading body language.
86% of women who make the move end up marrying that person.
That makes a ton of sense. I love when a woman makes the move.
By the way, this applies to men too.
Of course it does. But we're in a weird time, I think, where like a lot of good guys, I hear it from women. They're like, oh, guys are like, whatever. They don't make moves these days. They're too shy. But it's like from the guy side, like we've grown up like seeing the quote unquote toxic masculinity. We've grown up seeing the guys who are so forward that it's like ridiculous that we never want to be that. So then we actually go too far on the side of the spectrum of like not wanting to bother a woman when she's out. Do you know what I mean?
And then from the woman's side, a lot of it is like, well, no, if he wants me, like guy pursues. So it's like this, okay, then no one's gonna do anything.
Exactly.
2 seconds. I saw you right here. You look so European, but Latina. I couldn't figure out like where you were from.
I'm from Cuba.
Cuban?
Yeah.
Now it makes all the sense in the world. I always love Cuban girls, and then they love me. So you're definitely from Miami, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I moved down here 4 years ago.
Okay.
Used to live in London, then came down to DJ here,
Okay.
and it's been fucking amazing. Like, this is my favorite city, yeah.
I'm glad. There's
You-
a lot to do here.
Yeah, but with you have this like very professional, grown-up vibe. Like, you look young, right? But you're like, I know you have the good job, you do all that. Very yeah. Do you ever go out at all or no?
I do.
Where's your favorite place to go?
I mean, I don't go out to like party or anything like that. More like dinner.
The most important thing to have when you're approaching women and you're looking for your dream woman is not to be attached to the outcome. Instead of being so dependent on the outcome, meaning, if I approach her and I don't get her number, I'm going to be devastated. Buddha says it best. He says, the root of all suffering is attachment. What you want to do is change the frame to, we'll see. If I get her number, cool. If I don't get her number, that's cool too. I'm still happy with myself. I'm going to keep going. I'm still chasing my purpose, improving all my skill sets. If I see another pretty girl, I'm still going to go and talk to her, and we'll see. This mindset is key to continue to not be attached to any outcome.
Key skill in approaching women. It'll help you come up with things to say. It'll better help you effectively deal and talk to people in everyday life. Not even just when you're trying to approach a woman. You could watch this and, use checking a person's temperature in networking. You can use it in general conversations. You can use it to leverage relationships to your advantage. A person who has a lot of experience, and I'm going to use myself for example, right? And why do I use myself? Because I can say without a shadow of a doubt, this is my area of expertise. This is where I eat, sleep, and breathe, right? I don't talk about Tinder. I don't talk about DMing women on Instagram. Why not? Because I don't do these things. I don't like them. It's more modern ways of dating. But there are different things you can benefit in a human one-on-one interaction and conversation that I feel like you can't online. And the reason I fight so hard for this is because I can tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, I have come over at least 1,000 women in a week before.
She says no, sorry, I'm not interested. What's the worst case scenario at that point? What happens? What happens? Do you shrink an inch? Do you lose? Does your hairline recede an inch? Does money fall out of your bank account? What happens? Please. So I have minus 1,000 aura. No, that's not a thing. The aura is lost. Okay. And if she says yes, how much aura is gained? Please. You'd rather hold your dignity? You ain't holding no lady in your bed because you scared you holding your dignity. Because you ain't getting no play. If you not approaching nobody, just say have a nice day with a smile and walk off. Thank you, Sancho. Yes, exactly.
The thing is that not every woman is going to be into you, and that's fine. Real men don't beg, don't whine, and don't blow up when they get turned down. You smile, say no problem, and move on. That's what separates the boys from the men. The biggest secret? How you approach women starts with how you approach yourself. If you're building your life, handling your responsibilities, and carrying yourself with pride, approaching women becomes natural.
Alright, this video is for the boys, so if you're not a boy, just keep scrolling. Today, I'm going to teach you the most subtle ways to make a move on a girl. Let's get right into it. Number 1. This one is pretty basic, but the hand on the thigh. However, what people don't talk about is that you don't start with your hand on her thigh. You need to build the tension. So start with it on her lower leg, and then as time progresses, you can work your hand up to her thigh. The most sensitive part is the girl's inner thigh, so take that information and do with it what you will. Also, another pro tip, if you make tiny circles with your thumb, on her skin, she will literally love it. Okay, number 2, proximity is so important. You need to be close to her to make a move. So if you guys are sitting far apart on the couch and you want to be closer to her, but you don't want to make it awkward and make it this big thing by moving next to her, make an excuse and get up to use the bathroom or something, and then when you come sit back down, go closer to her then. And last but not least, you can take her leg that is closest to yours and gently drape it across your legs, in between.
My dad always told me this. That's why I'm always nice and friendly. Women just need to acknowledge and understand that it is really hard for a lot of guys to handle all of the rejection from women. There are a lot of women that will be very rude when a man approaches them who they find unattractive or they think he just should not be talking to them. Some women will just ignore a man if he tries to talk to them, or they'll just straight up turn their back when he tries to talk to them. That is so obnoxious, so rude. It's not cute at all. There is no reason to be rude unless he is blatantly disrespectful or says something inappropriate. I'm pretty sure both men and women would prefer to meet people in real life versus on dating apps. It's not gonna happen. even if you're just rude or you make fun of any guy that tries to talk to you. You can politely decline without being rude. As I was filming this guy just came up to me. He was so sweet. He was like, at the risk of embarrassing myself, like I just wanted to come over and say hi. And he just sat next to me. We just talked for a minute and I was really nice to him. I was not interested, not my type, but like, I could tell he was a little nervous. And he was like, okay, well, give me your number. And if you don't like me, just give me a fake number. I just said, I'm seeing someone, but you're really sweet. And like, don't be afraid to approach women. I think it's a good thing. And he was like, thank you for that. Most women are not so responsive. So I really appreciate that. And I was like, yeah, no problem. It was really great to meet you.
All single men need to be approaching, and there's no debate. Women do not approach men enough for you to think you never have to go out there and open your mouth. See, I don't think you guys realize the power of you being able to approach a woman. You can talk to women wherever you are in the world. You're going to have opportunities, right? You go on vacation, you could strike up a conversation, you could make it interesting, you could land a number. And the beautiful thing about what I'm telling you is it doesn't have to be monumental day one. For the next 2 weeks, every time you go outside, make eye contact, keep your head up, and just say something to anybody. You're at the gas station. Hey, man, how's it going today? I don't care what it is. Hey, I like your shoes. I like your jacket. Where'd you get it from? Build up some social momentum. The next 2 weeks, do that shit again, but make sure it's just women that you're focusing in on. 2 weeks later, start conversation with women and try to get it past just an opener or an observation. And from there, congratulations. You might not be the best at this point, but you're at least in a great position to get better at the skill of approaching and talking to women in public. Stop listening to the little voice in your head giving you excuse after excuse after excuse why you shouldn't go out and just be social with women. It'll change your life before you know it, and you can thank me later.
I see girls commenting saying that they would love to be approached by a man, and I just want to say I don't believe you.
Oh, I believe women want to be approached. Oh, 100%. Women aren't lying that they want to be approached. There's just a few things you have to take into consideration about this. Number one is they want to be approached by men they find attractive, right? And I think you went on in some of your videos and you did talk about how attraction matters, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? And I say it all the time, that attraction matters. And that's what a lot of women want. Women just want men who they find attractive to approach them. Now, there's also women who want men to approach them, whether they find them attractive or not, because they really do want that validation, right? That's why there is a lot of women who go, oh, I want you to approach me just because they're just, whether they like you or not, or want you to or not, from an attractive standpoint, they just want the validation. They want people to hit on. It's that free, feel good juice, as you can say. You know, it feels good. You know, when someone hits on you, even though you know you're not attracted to them, the fact that someone hit on you will make you feel good, right? There you go. That's pretty much what it comes down to. But no, women 100% want men to approach. I mean, STD rates are sky high, so people.
Okay, so currently what we're having right now is a large percentage of men are choosing to not date women anymore. Okay, a large percentage of men are choosing not to date women anymore. They just feel like there's hardly any benefit from it. They also feel like they don't really know what to do. They're scared to put the wrong foot forward. There's a lot of expectations on men these days. They're sitting on the fence, right? A lot of them are choosing not to date. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because you kind of need to know how these men are currently thinking right now, because this will help you with your question. What can we do to make a man that we see and like approach us so that he makes the first move? Well, you have to make him feel comfortable. Okay, because that is one of the main reasons why men are not approaching women in real life anymore, because they don't feel comfortable enough to do it. There's a stigma currently around men just approaching women in real life. So men don't really know what to do anymore. Okay, they're like, should I approach her? Should I not? Should I just pass up a baddie? Like, what should I do? Should I just go home, watch some TV? They don't know what to do, okay? Because it's tough out here for them. Now, I'm not telling you this so that we can sit here and feel bad for men. No, I don't really care, to be honest. It is what it is, right? But I'm telling you this because you need to be the kind of woman that makes the man feel comfortable to come forward. And how do you do that? By smiling. Smiling signals to the man that you are a very warm, bubbly, friendly, approachable woman, okay? You're not going to bite his ear off. You're not going to make him feel insecure. You're not going to interrogate him. When you smile, you are sending a signal to the man that it's okay to approach me, sir. Now, smile, make eye contact with the man.
So stop overthinking, stop copying what you see online, and stop pretending. Real men approach women with confidence, respect, and honesty, period. Anything else is just wasted energy. Be the man, not the act. Let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Catch you on the next one.